Hey everyone, in this video, I'm going to answer which one is the best social media stock right now. Is it Meta Platforms, Pinterest, or Snap? Now, to answer this question, I'm going to compare them on four metrics, starting with revenue growth. So let's get right into it. Looking at this metric, you could see very closely related these three stocks, and that makes sense intuitively. They all make money by selling advertisements for the most part, and as the advertising industry goes, so goes these three social media stocks, and so they've been moving in tandem, although some more expressively than others. And most recently, the highest revenue growth was from Pinterest at 4.8%, Meta Platforms at 2.6%, and Snap at negative 6.97%. The other big story affecting these three social media stocks is two, actually, I'll mention. Number one, privacy policy changes implemented by Apple, which has made it more difficult for these companies to collect data on users and effectively sell targeted advertisements. And so that's decreased demand from marketers because marketers prefer targeted advertisements. They are more efficient, they're more effective, they bring better return on investment. And so without that, or not as strong a capability, marketers have reduced their willingness to spend. That's one. Number two, the rising competition from TikTok. TikTok absolutely exploded on the scene and was taking away user engagement time that hurt each of these three companies, and they've each retaliated by launching a short form video format of their own. So those are the two forces impacting primarily these three companies, and why you see their revenue trending downward for the most part. The next metric I wanted to compare these three on is operating profit margin for the trailing 12 months. And Meta Platforms in a significant lead on this metric at 23.56%, although trending downward. And Pinterest at second place with negative 12.07%, again trending downward. And Snap, the worst of the three, at negative 33% and trending downward in the short term. Longer term, Snap has made very nice upward moves, as well as Pinterest making very nice upward moves from the bottoms around 2019 and 2020. The next metric I wanted to compare these three on is cash flow from operations to sales. And considering these three companies all have a meaningful amount of non-cash compensation in more specifically stock-based compensation, which is a non-cash expense. These figures look considerably different than their operating profit margin. Meta Platforms again, though, in the lead considerably at 43% compared to 15% for Pinterest and 4.6% for Snap, with Pinterest and Snap showing clear upward trends, and Snap showing the best slope in the upward trend, while Meta Platforms has an excellent absolute number. That number has been trending downward. Finally, I wanted to compare these three on valuation, and I chose to use the forward price to earnings ratio. And using this metric, Snap is the most expensive at a forward PE of 56. Pinterest is about half the price at a forward PE of 28, and surprisingly, Meta Platforms is the cheapest in the bunch at a forward PE of 21.72. Now, if I was to pick one of these three excellent growth stocks to buy, these social media stocks, I would go with Meta Platforms. I think Meta Platforms, being the cheapest one of the three, selling at a significant discount to Snap and a meaningful discount to Pinterest, I think it's oversold, even though the stock has run up incredibly so far in 2023. In fact, it was one of my top stocks to buy in 2023. If you had watched that video in January, you would have made a great deal of money on Meta Platforms. I still think there's room for this stock to grow because of the underlying potential in growth in profits, earnings, and cash flow. All right, but that's all I've got for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank the Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. Visit fool.com/Parkev for the 10 best stocks to buy now.